HOYOVERSE just fired a ton of workers, and you might be wondering, why did this happen? When did it take place? Who exactly was fired and what went wrong? Is this something we've noticed personally in the game? Could it be a change for the better, or is it just a cost-cutting measure? In today's video, I'll break it all down and share my personal thoughts on the matter. But before we dive in, I want to thank all of you for helping me hit 1,500 subscribers. It's honestly mind-blowing. One moment I'm at 1,000, and the next we've surpassed 1.7 thousand. I appreciate all your support more than you know. As promised, here are the winners of the giveaway. If you won, just drop your UID in your channel description, and I'll make sure to get everything sorted within 24 hours. And of course, there's more to come. You have two choices for the next giveaway at 2,000 subs. Should I do a 10 Welkin Moon giveaway or a 5 Battle Pass giveaway? Let me know in the comments below. Oh, and there will be another riddle in this video that could boost your chances of winning, so stay tuned. This one won't be as easy as the last one, so keep your thinking caps on. Now back to HOYOVERSE. As you know, HOYOVERSE is a multi-million-dollar company making tons of money every day from its games, including Genshin Impact. So why would they fire a large group of their workers? It comes down to a combination of issues, some internal and others external. This situation isn't just about the controversy surrounding voice actors, though that's part of it. It's also about a broader shakeup that's affected multiple departments within the company. The most significant group affected by the layoffs were global translators and recruiters. These were the people responsible for translating the game's dialogues, storylines, and all the in-game text from its original language into different languages, including English. You might be wondering why this would be a big deal. After all, translations are just text, right? Well, it's more important than you might think. Misleading translations can seriously impact how the story is understood by players, and in some cases, they can make entire sections of the game confusing. Take, for example, the heavenly principles in the game. If you've been paying attention to your quests, you'll know that there have been some notable errors in translation. It might seem like a small mistake, but when it happens consistently, it becomes a major issue. If a translation is off, it can completely alter the meaning of key plot points. In the Natlan Archon Quest Act 4, there was a critical mistranslation where the Lord of the Night Kingdom mentioned that Xilonen would die. Now, if you're following along with the story in English, this line could throw you off. Why would Xilonen die? That didn't seem to match the rest of the story. Later, the dialogue was clarified, explaining that Xilonen uses her life force to craft an ancient name for the traveler. Not that she would die outright. She might be exhausted after doing so, but death wasn't part of the plan. This kind of miscommunication can easily cause confusion if you're only reading the English version of the game. Another major error involved Mavuika's fate. The way the story was presented initially gave players the impression that Mavuika was destined to die. But the actual narrative suggested that a sacrifice, not necessarily Mavuika, was needed, someone who could serve as an equivalent exchange. Capitano was the perfect candidate for this, considering his immortality and the souls residing within him. This change in the plotline wasn't clear because of the poor translation, leading to confusion for many players. This is where the issue with global translators comes in. Many players who only experienced the game in English were left in the dark, not understanding the full story until things were clarified in later sections. Now, some of these translators have been let go by HOYOVERSE, and while their mistakes may have contributed to this decision, it still feels like a rash move to fire them all instead of perhaps replacing them with more skilled individuals or providing further training. In the grand scheme of things, though, it seems like HOYOVERSE is moving toward a new model, where they may replace some of these jobs with AI. This is where it gets a bit worrying for me as a fan of the game. Sure, using AI might cut costs, but at what cost to the emotional depth and quality of the storytelling? Genshin Impact is a game that's built not only on its mechanics, but also on the stories and characters that touch our hearts. Imagine a quest like Nahida's World Forget Me or Furina's Act being written by an AI. Would the emotional weight still be there? Would those moments that make us feel truly moved have the same impact if they weren't written by real people? Personally, I don't think it would. Writers and translators have always played a huge role in making Genshin the beloved game it is today. They are the ones who craft the emotions, the plot twists, and the dialogue that make us laugh, cry, and bond with the characters. Replacing them entirely with AI would take away the very essence of what makes the game special. Sure, AI can do a lot, but it doesn't have the heart, the creativity, and the understanding of human emotions that real writers do. Speaking of things we care about, here's the riddle for you, my fans who I care about so much. A role I play, both fierce and grand, with trials and tales at my command. In waters deep, my secrets hide, yet I uphold my people's pride. Mock me not, for I decree the justice of Fontaine flows through me. Who am I? Drop your answer with hashtag Truth of Fontaine in the comments. Your response will boost your chances of winning. Also, anyone who can make a reasonable response aside from the answer will get an honorary mention like the guy in my post yesterday. Now to wrap up, most of the workers let go were English staff, primarily translators. While we don't have solid confirmation that AI will replace them, the lack of recruitment and the push toward automation suggests it could be in the cards. That's it for today's video. I hope this clears up any confusion you might have had and gives you a better understanding of what's going on behind the scenes at HOYOVERSE. It took a lot of effort and playing the game in 2 different languages to bring you this analysis. If you found this video useful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.